Okay, so we just talked about movement, and movement is a principle of design. Artists can use line to show movement throughout their picture, or their painting, or their drawing. So in order to show movement and to make your eye move throughout the artwork, artists can use lines. So we're going to do that today by making twirly, swirly skylines to make our sky look like it's moving. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a black sheet of paper. You're going to use a pencil. I'm going to use a crayon just so you can see it better in the video. The first thing we're going to do is we want to use lines, only lines. So we're going to make, not super wavy, but we're going to make the ground. You're going to do 3 lines for the ground. Make sure that it is at least this far away from each other when you draw them. Make sure that's super, super important to do. Okay, so I've got my ground. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to make your mountains. So a mountain is just a triangle. You can make them as tall as you want. I normally make about 3. Don't have any more than 4. I'm going to do one little one, and then I'm going to have one kind of go off the page like it is cropped off in a picture. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to make the line for the snow. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to make that line to show movement in our sky. So this is where you want to make sure that you keep this space in between the lines, because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use glue and we're going to trace over everything. So you're going to start in a corner. It doesn't matter which corner you want to start in. And you're going to start with a swirl line. It's going to go off the page, and then you're going to pretend like it goes back around, and you're going to curve that line. Make sure that the space is at least this far apart. You're going to continue that line and repeat that line throughout your painting or your drawing all the way down. Now when you hit a mountain, make sure that you don't go over the mountain. It's behind the mountain. So you're going to just pick up your crown. Make sure there's a space. Curve it around. Stop at the mountain. Now when you get to here and you have other mountains, you want to stop, pick it up, and continue on. You're going to do this all the way down your paper. So I'm going to keep going. Now when you get to here and there's not enough room, just start over here on the side of the paper and continue to curve it around. You're going to do this until you hit the ground. So I'm going to keep going. And this, you got to really make sure you're paying attention to where you put in your lines. Now since I'm really close to the ground here, I'm going to just continue it over here. And now I'm going to stop because I've hit the ground. So now that you have your landscape and you've got your twirly swirly skyline, you're going to trace it with glue. This is called glue resist. So eventually, once it dries, which will be next class period, we're going to get to color it. And when you color it, see how it's black in between all of the colors? Because the glue dries clear, so you will only see black. This is color resist, or crayon resist, because the colors, you can't get out of the lines when you color it. So it's a really, really cool skill to know. So main thing when you do this, you got to peel it off, open up the orange part so you can hear air, and then you're going to start at the very top. I'm doing this upside down, but you want to start at the top. You're going to start. Put the glue orange part down on your paper. If you don't, it's going to be really hard to control it. Then you're going to hold it like you're holding a pencil, and you're just going to squeeze lightly. Now this one's kind of clogged, so I don't want you to keep going if it's clogged. Grab another one. And if it's clogged and you can't find another one, I can help you. I found one though. So make a drain to the bottom. You're going to continue and squeeze. Now I am touching the paper this entire time. I'm pushing hard on the paper. If you don't, this is what's going to happen. See how it's not as even? So put your orange part down and squeeze and follow the lines. You're just tracing. Continue to do that. I'm doing the sky first. And then once you do all of the sky, you're going to go in and do your mountains next. I know I skipped some of my sky, but that's okay. You want to make it pretty. You don't want it too thick. But the whole reason for the space like this when you draw is so that the glue doesn't run together. If it's too close, if your lines are too close together, the glue is just going to run together and you're not going to be able to color it in later. So I'm going to continue on. And then you do your ground last. Now the last thing you're going to do today, we're not going to color it today because it has to dry. You're going to put your name down at the bottom somewhere, and then your number 2, and then your teacher's name. So I'm going to put my name. Oops, I'm trying to do this upside down. And then it would be like 2 M-U for Murray. And I think I did my 2 backwards too. All right, have fun, and next class period we'll get to color it.